truck talks about peptides. I get asked questions about testosterone optimization, weight loss, a bunch of topics, but right now peptides are the hot topics. People have heard about these, heard that they're magical, they've read stuff on the internet, and they want to know what the deal is. So we're going to try to dive into that. We'll take them one at a time. As always, this is for informational purposes. None of this constitutes medical advice. So probably one of the most popular peptides that people commonly use is BPC 157. I will also mention a second one because these are often used in combination. So BPC stands for body protection compound. This is a peptide that is found normally in human gastric juice. It helps to heal tissues, basically to protect your tissues, as the name would imply, from stomach acid. So it's a signaling molecule that helps in stimulating blood supply or angiogenesis to different areas. It actually helps to reduce or modulate inflammation. So it helps bring in things that you need to heal while reducing the action and the sensitivity to things like interleukins and other compounds that produce inflammation. So helps get in new blood supply. It also helps with collagen synthesis by stimulating fibroblasts, signaling them to come to the area where they're needed to help in healing tissues. A related compound that's often used with it is TB500. So thymosin beta 4 is another peptide or signaling molecule that's produced in the thymus, and it is actually present in most every body tissue except for red blood cells. So does a similar function in promoting angiogenesis or blood supply to tissues, but also helps in signaling some structural proteins like actin and adiponectin. If you think about the job of healing or repairing a tissue as building or rebuilding a wall, this is sort of like the rebar. So we've got these things that are signaling the workers to come in, lay down bricks and mortar. It's bringing in materials that you need to help reconstruct it. So these two often work together. Now, there's a few scenarios where people might use these. One is just after an injury. Think about a bad sprain, a partial tear of a tendon, tendonitis, rotator cuff injuries, things like this. The second is in the context of a larger elective surgery. So if you are having a joint replacement procedure, a spinal fusion, a big abdominal surgery, these are big events. They're big traumas to your body, even though they're controlled traumas. So you've got to heal from those, and your body spends a lot of energy and a lot of its resources trying to do that. So this is where you might see someone use peptides like these to help augment those processes. Obviously, they want to be following their doctor's orders. They want to have meticulous nutrition, lots of protein, things to help them heal, but the peptides can potentially be part of it. Similarly is prevention. So this is a little bit less common, but people that are very high demand, I've known of people training for marathons or really high demand, high stress jobs where they have a lot of physical exertion and activity, where they're just prone to sort of breaking down a little bit from the overuse. We'll use often smaller amounts of these peptides over a little bit longer periods of time, just to help keep their tissues healthy, keep everything healed up. So these are the most common, often used in combination. You'll see these on the internet referred to as the Wolverine protocol, things like that, to promote healing. Be aware, talk to someone who's knowledgeable about these before you consider using them. There are lots of things that are offered or are sold on the internet that are actually research chemicals that are not intended for human administration. So you want to be really careful and really knowledgeable before you consider these, but they do have some really great potential uses.